What's up, YouTube universe? Hope everybody out there is doing well. Today I'm going to do a little short video just to kind of let you guys know I have my first Whatnot show scheduled. It's going to be Monday, this coming Monday. I believe it's the 21st at 8 p.m. And I'll show you guys this image here on the screen so you can see kind of, if you've never been to Whatnot, what it looks like and what my profile on there looks like. If you're interested in showing up, I'm going to run through some of the items. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but just here in a second, I'll show you the stuff that I have 30 items going to be in this show. This is going to be my first one, so I'll kind of see how it goes. And then moving forward, whether I kind of stick with that 30 item range somewhere in there, or maybe increase it more. I'm sure as I do it more, become more comfortable with it, I'll probably, sometimes have bigger shows. But just to start off, I got 30 things in there that I'm gonna auction off. It's a live auction format. If you've never been to Whatnot, so I'll be live and I'll also be streaming at the same time on YouTube. So I'll be live on YouTube. Now, if you're on YouTube watching, you won't be able to bid on anything. You'll have to actually go to Whatnot. If you don't have a Whatnot account, you do have to, create an account, enter in all your information and everything. I think it requires you to enter in your pay information. That way, everything's already there. So when you bid on something, it goes through automatically. Everything that I'm running through the auction, I'm going to start at $1. So a lot of these items are items that I looked up, and they go for anywhere from I don't know what to say the range would be, but some of them, $10 or around $10, maybe a little less. Some of them all the way up to $20 they go for. Some of the items that I have on here are things that I had listed for a while, on my other sites, eBay and Etsy, and they just haven't sold. So I'm gonna run those through, and then like I said, everything will start at $1. So I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I'm not sure how many people I'm going to have in there. So I may only get, one bid or two bids or whatever for, an item. So something that's worth $15, $20 may only go for $1 or $2. But I just want to start Whatnot. So I understand that's kind of how it is in the beginning. You can't expect to get, the prices that you would get somewhere else on Whatnot, because it all depends on how many people you have watching your show. Obviously, if there's more people in your show, then the item is going to have a better chance to appeal to more people. So just in the beginning, if you guys want to show up to it, like I said, I'll have my picture. I'll show you what my Whatnot page looks like, so you can find it if you want to come hang out, or if you just want to watch it, if you're not interested in buying anything, just to see how it goes. Hopefully it's not a total mess. I don't really know. We'll just run it and see how it goes. Also, I'm going to talk about a couple of items. These are the remaining Christmas items that I had. I kind of just went through. I think I've got everything out there. If there's anything else out there, like in boxes and stuff, I don't think there is. But if there is, I don't know. But so just a few little items I have left that I'm trying to get, listed and everything for the Christmas season. You can see behind me. The first one is this little. Well, it's not little, actually. It's pretty big, but it's a stocking. So you hang this, in your house. Everybody knows what a stocking is. It says Coca-Cola on it, and it has like the different squares and stuff have Coca-Cola, and looks like some mistletoe on it, and it has like the little rhinestones glued onto it. I'm not sure where it came from. I was not able to, find one online that was the same. There was some similar, and the price range for these were, people were. There was a couple of solds too, but they were generally around 15, 20, something like that. I think a couple for a little bit less than that. But it's just one. So, I don't know how you guys do the stockings if you do the stockings for Christmas, if everybody's is the same, or if everybody just gets whichever one they want, and they're individual for each person in the family. But it's just a single stocking. It's pretty big. So, especially if you have a kid, they like Coca-Cola and they would like this, you can stuff some pretty considerable amount of stocking stuffers in this. It's pretty big. As you can see, I I could measure it, but I mean, just guessing, I'm thinking probably 18 to 20 inches, tall, and then, probably a 8-inch opening. Um, there's a couple little things here, like there's a little stain right there. It's real tiny. I'm not sure what that came from. It is vintage. That came from that auction lot. So it's in pretty good condition for being as old as it is. It's probably like, I think the other ones I saw are similar, were probably around like 90s is when this was made. And because I couldn't verify any of that, I'm just kind of going by the similar ones that I saw. So there's that. And the next thing is this Santa stand. You kind of set this in your house, and I guess for Christmas season, you can put stuff on top of candles or whatever. It has a base on it, and then obviously the top has a place, and it's wood. It's all wood, and I didn't see. I saw a couple like this. I don't remember the maker, but they were also from like the '90s. They were just like vintage things. I'm not sure where they were sold at, um, but I did see, and I don't think I even remember seeing a brand. There may have been a brand on it, but it's in the back is just plain red. And I think the ones listed, and there might have been one sold. I can't remember, but I think the ones I saw listed were around $20. There might be, I think it was a couple, a little bit more than $20, and then I think they had a different base. I think the two that there was one that was like this, that had the same kind of base, like a little more narrow base. They all have that kind of green and red pattern on the bottom, but the other two that were like a little bit more than $20, they were pretty much the same, except the base was a little bit. So like in this area, it came out a little further as far as like the width of it. It was a little wider, but and it's in pretty good condition. I don't see any problems anywhere. There's a couple of spots like the top of this little bird's nose here. Um, the paint, the red paint's kind of missing, and that's like a little wire. You can move that and adjust that. But everywhere else, everything seems to be pretty good shape. There's side of the Christmas tree right here. There's some places where the green paint's missing, stuff like that. But I mean, for being from the '90s, I mean, I don't think people are really concerned about a little corner of paint missing or something like that. But because I mean, it has been out for a while. But that's the stand, and then this other thing is a decorative Christmas plate set, and the plates make Santa Claus. Like there's a head one, and then there's like a body, and then there's like the bottom of the pants and the feet. And all the I checked, it was open on the bottom, was open, and the top was open, but it was taped back shut. So I'm gonna list it as uh new open box. The box does have like like there's a piece of uh the paper of the box torn here, and like I said, this was taped. So I mean, it's not in brand new condition, but it's still in the box. So I guess new open box, because like inside when you open it up, like there's a metal frame, and I guess you can hang this if you wanted to, and then the plates slide inside each one of these little holders, so you can display it. And each one of them have like a little cardboard like insert the plates, and that's still in there. I don't know if they were originally wrapped in plastic. After, also I don't know anything about it, what it looked like, but I didn't find any online like this. I found some similar, um, and being that it was in the same lot, vintage lot with all the rest of the stuff, I'm assuming it's also around like the '90s. So I'm gonna, say this is vintage too. Surprisingly, I didn't see any like this at all. Like I said, a few that were kind of similar. So I'm probably gonna do $15 or $20 on that too. I have this other thing here, and I'm not sure even how to. I don't know. I probably won't even sell these. Um, if I'm thinking about maybe making some kind of crafts or something with them, but it's a huge little, one of those paper bags you get from the store, and it's full of Christmas balls, all different colors, all different kinds. Some of them have like these little designs on them. Some of them are like glitter. There's, these shaped ones. There's all kinds. There's a red glitter. It's just a bag full of them. I don't know how I would ship that. Even if I did put them together and kind of make, like sets, make them, or just mix sets, red and whatever. I think these are actually dark green. I don't know. It could be black, but whatever. I don't. I know they sell those cases you can get, that you can put them in. And I've never actually ordered any of those. So I'm not sure, like, whenever you get those, like if you buy them online, they ship them to you, how exactly they keep those from, to me, if it's just in a box, and even if it's in those plastic cases that hold all of them, those plastic cases are, pretty thin. It's just basically a piece of plastic that has a hole for all those, I guess they have some kind of something on top to keep from falling out. But if a box gets thrown around in shipping or something lands on top of it, I would think that that's going to break the balls. So I don't know. I may look into that and see, but Facebook Marketplace would probably be the best place to put these. Lay them all out, take pictures, and just tell someone I have a bag full of them. Just give them a cheap price, and that way I can meet someone and not have to ship it. So there's that. And like I said, I don't really know exactly how I'm going to do that yet. The only other thing that I have that's Christmas that I've decided I'm not going to try to ship it. It's that Coca-Cola set back here. It's a Sunday. It's a vintage item. It came from that storage lot, and I think this is probably a little bit older than the '90s, maybe '90s, maybe '80s. But it's a Coke Sunday kit. So it has like actually two glasses in here, like drinking glasses, and they're actual glass. They say Coca-Cola on them. They have like a little scoop, and it is dusty. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but the plastic, the bubble wrap in here, it was torn. It's not all the way torn off, but there's a couple of spots on this side and here where this plastic had a hole in it. And what these are jars of like can't remember, like one's syrup I think, and one's like chocolate. So like when you're making your sundaes, there's a pack back there of some kind of something. It's in a silver cellophane. I can't remember what that is, but it's some kind of strawberry something. Everything's in this kit is made for like when you're making sundaes. There's a little plate here in the front. It's plastic. It has like the polar bears on it, and it's cool little set. But I don't think the reason this bubble wrap's in there, I was telling you a second ago. But what I did was, when I originally got this, I was thinking about how I could ship it. And since they already had holes on these sides, I took those jars. I could just grab them and slip them out of those holes and wrap those in bubble wrap just to, prevent, any banging around when this is shipping. Being that it's, there's glass in here, I was just maybe thinking about, oh, it would keep the jars from banging against the glasses, and breaking them. But the glasses themselves are pretty much touching. So I just was like, oh, never mind. Because I'm not going to be able to get all the way up without opening it completely, get all the way up in there and um, put something like a divider between those glasses. That way they wouldn't bang together. And I mean, they're pretty stable, but when it comes to shipping, boxes get thrown on a truck, thrown down a conveyor line, whatever. I just don't feel like this would make it. So this probably is another Facebook Marketplace item. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Um, but I'm going to run through real quick and show you the items. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure it out here in a second. But I don't know if I show you every item or just kind of a quick little overview of what's going to be on the Whatnot show. So if you are interested, you can see kind of what's going to be there. And let me see, is that it? Oh, and real quick before we move on to that, I know I really don't do like what sold videos per se, but I want to talk about the. You guys remember the video I made where I had the little? It was a plush Jack Skeleton plush where it had like some kind of like mechanism in there where you could squeeze it down and then it click 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 and it jumped. It made like a little jumping motion. It's a pretty cool little item, I thought. And I kind of wanted to see, just for fun, do a little, fun video. And I took another item that I thought was, pretty popular item, the wrestling book. I know a lot of people are into, you know, World Wrestling Federation or whatever it is called now. But so I was like, hey, let's see which one of these items sells the fastest and have a little competition. So if y'all remember that, I put them on there and I said we're going to judge them in these ways. And I'll show you here on the screen the plush sold, but it was kind of weird for me because like the book is still there and the book it's one of my of all the items I have on eBay, it's up towards the top as far as how many watchers it has. I think it even has, or how many views it gets. I think it has a couple watchers. I don't think it's anybody's cart. It may be. I can't remember. Somebody had it in their cart, but you can see here. I didn't even fill in any of the stars for that one because it hasn't sold yet. But on the other side, it was last week I think it was when I shipped it off. The Jack Skeleton plush finally sold. I know we're moving into close to um, Halloween, so I was thinking, oh, this thing is going to sell pretty quick. And being cool like it was, and I didn't see any online like it. Like I said, there was that one website, if you go back and watch the video, where there was a similar one, but I can't remember what it was, but it was like a pop-up plush like that. But on here, you can see I filled in kind of like, just 2 stars for, the shipping time or how long it takes to sell. Because what's weird to me is when I first posted it, like I kind of was keeping track of the two, seeing, how much activity I was getting on them. The book was getting activity right away. I kept getting, refreshes because I think it's like every 30 days. They show you how many views and stuff. And it kept getting a bunch of views. And I didn't get any, like 0 views on the other item, on the Jack Skeleton. So I like typed in, like if I was looking for myself, a Jack Skeleton plush. And there was a lot of them listed. I understand. And I understand that eBay has to, they have a bunch of people selling similar items. And I know when you pay for, like a promoted listing, they're going to push yours up to the top. But what kind of confused me is my item, I looked and looked and looked, and I went page. And I don't remember what page it was on. It was so far down the list that I don't even think anybody would look that long when they were looking for something, like that. I don't know. Unless they knew exactly what they were looking for. I was like, I'm so far down in this list that nobody's ever going to see it. And they even had like a bunch of stuff like Funko Pops, those like little figurines and stuff that people are buying nowadays in like the little box. They had a bunch of those like I was scrolling past looking for my item and I'm like, maybe the name, the way I have it, the name organized is what's throwing it off. So I even like took the word pop up and like pushed it towards the end. I changed it a few different times trying to get like, so it would come up as a plush because it's pretty much a plush. Yeah, it jumped. It had like a little motion. It wasn't mechanical as far as needing a battery. It was just like a jack in the box. You push it down, but you didn't have to wind it. It just automatically went up and jumped. So I played with that, and even when I had it just plush and I had the pop up off of there, I took it off completely. I was still seeing like a lot of stuff that mine was. It was a little bit further up on the list, but it was still pretty far down. And they had a bunch of stuff that wasn't even plush. And like, I'm looking at down the line. I'm like, what are you doing, eBay? Like, start with. I understand if you want to, after you get through with all the plush you have, if you then want to show off other. I mean, there was other Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Some of it wasn't even Jack Skeleton. It was just random stuff. The girl, and the mayor guy, whatever. There was all kind of stuff, and I'm like, this is specifically a Jack Skeleton plush. Why don't you list all those first, and then after that, if somebody types in Jack Skeleton plush, you're putting a bunch of other stuff, and you're burying stuff that pages and pages and pages in where somebody's not going to see it. Well, when it sold, it only had 2 views, so it didn't take long, and I kind of figured it would. But it just, so I don't even know how to, rate it as far as how fast it sold, and the price and I didn't get a whole bunch for it. I think I sold it for like 12. I have to go back and look. But I don't know. To me, that was just weird. And I don't know why exactly eBay does that. But so that item won. That's the champion, I guess, if you want to say, of the competition. And the book is still getting a bunch of viewers. So, I mean, I'm sure at some point somebody's going to grab it. But I figured the Jack Skeleton would win, but I think if eBay would have put it, like all the Jack Skeleton plush first, and then before they added a bunch of other random stuff that was just Nightmare Before Christmas theme, and it would have been pretty high up in the list for people, I think it would have sold a lot faster. I think somebody would have probably got it within a week. So I could have, put more stars or, and it was very easy to ship. It was very light. So, I don't know. That's that item, and like I said, it's a sold. So I guess this is kind of like a what sold. I also sold something else last week. don't even remember what that was, but I don't know if you guys even like what sold videos. I know there's a bunch of people who do them, but just let me know if you want to do that, and I'll make a point to always, show you what sold. Um, but let's get into the items that are going to be going on the whatnot auction. So apparently my battery died in the wireless microphones. So that had never happened to me before yet. So I didn't know that if the battery died on it, being that that little deal was plugged in the back of it, that it would just not pick up anything. I thought maybe the phone would kick back in and just pick it up on the phone. But apparently, if that thing is plugged in to the phone, then when the battery goes out, and that's my fault for not charging it ahead of time. But so I just wanted to let you guys know. I hope to see you at the Whatnot show. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't go terrible and I don't look like a fool. But hey, man, I mean that's entertaining by itself. So man, come in and watch me look like a fool, whatever. But I hope to see you guys there. Like I said, if you're not interested in buying anything, if you just want to hang out, it'd be cool to interact with people. I know when I make a video and you guys leave comments, you can interact, but it's a little different when you're interacting live. So I look forward to that. So if you, and like I said, I'll be streaming both YouTube and Whatnot. So come say hi, come watch if you want to. Monday at 8 o'clock, and yeah, Monday the 21st at 8 o'clock p.m. And I'll see you guys on the next one.